Let's do this thing. Let's move.
JoBodie.
I'm Gerald Ford, and you're not.
Love Jesus Christ.
I love whales.
I like skinny, scrawny guys.
Waking up every day and still being fucking ugly.
I'm not a child, Heidi. I'm a grown man.
But the key is to make it. The key is never give up. The key is not to drive your jet ski in the dark.
You don't need nobody.
JoBodie. What I really enjoy about podcasters is when they just start talking about like their inner machinations, like their desires, their motivations, just their like internal perspectives.
Sure.
So I might just go into that a little bit. Who knows?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and if you want to do that as well, if it reminds you of some shit, or if you want to make fun of it, please do. Yeah.
Then we can start.
Because I'm gonna be talking about because I'm now where it's like, all right, based on what I've been budgeting, it's like I gotta fucking find a job, dude. I don't have a lot of money left, dude. Like it's like I have to fucking find a job, and then by the end of October.
That, and then I'll talk about how I'm officially quitting my job.
Yeah.
Although
it's like you've had a stable, secure job.
I'm not telling my boss until Wednesday, so hopefully she doesn't see this.
It's like we're doing the opposite. You're like, I can't fucking stand this like normal and stable job
you
anymore.
Can take my job.
And it's like, dude, if they took my job, they'd fire me in 2 weeks. They would be like, so one of our students was at Art Bar on Tuesday night, and they heard some things that you said in public. I'm like, please God, don't say anything. I'll leave my pen.
I've literally told student workers to go to the Art Bar on Tuesday nights.
Oh, dude. Oh,
because they were talking about going to karaoke at the Joint on Tuesdays, I think it was.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Maybe they do it on Wednesdays. I forgot what day they have karaoke at the Joint.
I forget, too.
But I told them they should go to the Art Bar because karaoke at the Art Bar is way better. And I don't know if they went or not.
Oh, and I'm going to talk about the Facebook page because I have a new concept for promoting comedy. Because I just made like a comedy post on not a comedy post, but I just made like a funny post on the page.
Yeah. And
it was just making fun of the page. I was like, this is the formula for every post on this page. I put a colon and then quotations. I made like a fake post that somebody would be.
Yeah.
And like I put incorrect grammar in there on purpose, like because that's what people do.
Yeah.
And it was just like, hi, my name is Linda. Me and my family, instead of my family not, like me and my beautiful family just moved here from Lima Beans, Ohio. Like I put that, and I was trying to think of a funny random name that doesn't exist in Ohio.
Yeah.
And I went to Google Maps, and I zoomed in on Ohio, and I thought the first weird name I see, I'm going to make it after that. And there's a place called Lima, Ohio.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, all right, Lima Beans, Ohio.
You know the show Glee?
Well, I do know the show, but like I didn't know that's where it was.
That's where it's based.
Oh
Lima,
my God, dude!
I'm not even kidding. It's literally in Lima, Ohio. That's like
I'm making layered jokes I don't even know on this Facebook post. Yeah, and then I'll go into that some, and then dude, on that post I got hundreds of likes and hundreds of comments.
Really?
And it's a post. It's a private community, so you have to be invited to it, right? And you can't make any jokes about like race or sex or whatever. Because like sometimes like this. Okay, so what happened is that a lady posted the day before me. Or maybe a few hours before me, and she was like, it was a fake post. It was like, I went to Chick-fil-A, and they refused to give me a pup cup for my dog, and salute a point. And then she commented on her own post later, and she was like, I made a bet with my friend, and I won on this post. And I'm like, I commented on a post. I was like, lady, quit fake posting things to like incite outrage and like the poor people of Lexington. And then my comment wouldn't go through because it said like the post had been deleted or something. And it still was up when I did that. But apparently she was just making up a story. Like she probably just went to Starbucks and got a pup cup, and she probably was just like, people on this page are crazy. Like, and her friend's like, no, they're not. And she's like, I bet you I can make a post about Chick-fil-A not giving me a pup cup and everyone will freak out. They did, you know. But I just made a post.
I wonder how
many
people went to Chick-fil-A and be like, "How dare you refuse someone a pup cup?" They're like,
"Yeah,
my pleasure." What?
You know, but every single so my post had nothing to do with hers, but it was just kind of like she was just like, I'm still trying to figure out it was like my family moved here. I was like, I'm still trying to figure out the lay of the land, and I built like a crazy face emoji. Because it's like always 45-year-old women doing that.
Yeah.
And then it was just like, can anybody recommend to us where I might purchase a McDouble? Because what people do is they post like the most obvious thing to buy. They're like, where do I buy tires around here? And then there's 35 comments. And it's like, my buddy owns this mechanic shop. And it's like, that's not a tire store. That's a mechanic
That's
shop.
a mechanic,
so the
yeah.
joke mine was like, where can I? And then after the quotations were over, and I put like, and then there's like 17 comments of like where to buy a cheeseburger except for McDonald's.
Yeah.
And it caused so much controversy in the comments because half the people were like, everyone in this post is dumb and doesn't understand satire. That was like multiple comments, and then there were other comments who were like, you realize they were like probably trying to talk to me, but like they were like, you realize it's Lima, Ohio, right? Like taking it very seriously.
Oh
you
my
know?
god.
Yeah. Yeah.
You realize I'm from Lima.
Yeah. And there's so many Ohio natives that moved to South Carolina, which is
Yeah.
why I made that aspect of
That's
it
so
too.
funny.
And then some lady was even like, she like corrected my grammar, and she was like, and then I said like, I know, I was like, I did that. I was like, it wasn't an accident. And she was just like, oh, I'm just making fun of people that have like bad grammar, and I was just like, yeah, that's the point. Like that was what I was doing. Like,
Yeah.
But and then there was some old guy. Wait, dude, I have to pull it up before we.
Pull it up.
We'll talk. I'll
You're
pretty
pretty
much
much
tell
talking
you
about it right
everything.
now.
Yeah. Hold up.
We can just start with this story.
Oh yeah, that's what we're doing.
We already started.
I keep
You
forgetting
should
that we
screen
already-
record that.
Oh yeah, let me pull up the page first, and then I'll hit the screen records. Happening.
TikTok.
Will they get mad at
Talk.
me? Will they kick me off the group if I like share the stuff on YouTube? Because I don't want to get
maybe
kicked
not.
off. My goal in here is just to be funny once a week and post a funny post, and then after I gain trust with the audience, to basically be like, hey, you guys should come watch me do stand-up comedy at the Art Bar.
You got a market where
Yeah.
you could do.
Dude, this group has 37.6 thousand members.
Imagine if all of them went to the art bar.
That's what I'm saying, dude. They would all hate me. They would all figure out where I live and like trash my house.
They would be trapped in there like llamas.
dude, I just got a friend request from Bobby Bosket, and he's a local comedian.
Yeah.
Dude, I've known him
Oh, yeah, I
forever.
know, yeah.
I swear that I sent him a friend request a long time ago and he didn't accept it, but I'm accepting it here. I've got I just got 1 day ago. It says this is the notification from Facebook. Your post and happenings in Lexington got a lot of attention. Take a look or make a comment. All right, so let me just read it full. I was like, this is the formula for posting on this page. Hey, everyone. Me and my beautiful family just moved here from Lima Beans, Ohio. We're new in town and still getting the lay of the land. Now, where exactly should I go if I wish to purchase a McDouble? And then it's like 17 comments of every single place you can't buy. You can buy burgers at except for McDonald's. And then, dude, the comments are insane. The first comment. My beautiful family and I, grammar Nazi, saying that to me, dude. And I just said it wasn't an accident. And then she said, I was trying to be like those grammar police people, just joking. I'm like, okay. I didn't
she
respond
was
to that.
joking to your joke.
But I didn't get it.
She was joking to your joke.
I feel dumb. I was like, was it? I think it just wasn't funny. That's what I think it was.
No,
Like,
I think like she knows that you said it as a joke,
Yeah.
and then she wanted to
I'm underestimating.
be funny as well.
Yeah.
So
This
you're
is
the
my
one
post.
that didn't get the joke. You're the one that didn't get the joke.
True.
Anyway,
Man.
grammar
I
Nazis.
should
Read
just
some more
quit
comments.
comedy. Yeah.
I want to hear all these.
Lima, period, not lima beans. And then I just said that was my inspiration. That's what I commented her
that
on.
was my. That's it.
I only left like a few comments. Like I'm not
Yeah.
something I saw from like a finance guy on Twitter who was like, I have 4 days in one. Each day for me is 6 hours. You know, those kinds of guys.
Yeah.
Like I took some advice from him, and pretty much like scarcity is a value. So like the more scarce you are, the more your value increases. So I don't comment on everybody's thing. Like I only respond to a few things I think are worth responding to, you know? And somebody said, no one eats McDonald's. Haven't you heard how they process their meat? If not, look it up. You will stop eating there. Shout out Crystal, dude.
Dude,
That's
Crystal with the facts. Have you not seen Super Size Me
Yeah.
2?
And then somebody somebody commented on that post and
Yeah.
explained my satire to her.
Oh my god.
She said, it's a meme about how every reply is irrelevant to the question. Love to see we upheld the expectation. I'm like, dude, don't be a bitch, lady. Like, just let me do my thing.
Come on, Linda.
Trust me, I'm a almost 2-year open mic comedian. I got this. All right, like,
Do you have like open mic comedian anywhere on your Facebook like profile?
No, dude, that's so dumb.
You should put that under your jobs.
A lot of people do that as a
You
joke.
need to put that under
a lot of people
jobs.
do that as a joke. I don't want to do that.
It's not a joke. You need to do that.
I might do that. I might do it. It would be funny just to have people mad at me for that.
Well, that way people can at least know, like, okay, this guy's a comedian.
Just listen under my. It's his full-time job. Open mic comedian.
Open mic comedian. Yeah.
Somebody commented like they didn't even read it as like a thing, like they thought it was legitimately me like saying me and my family moved there. Somebody said, why not Google McDonald's near me and just get the map? I'm like, good question. That's all the question. Everything that they're commenting are things that I thought of that like inspired me to write the post, you know?
It's like, why don't you just look up where tires are?
Oh dude, this one's so crazy.
What?
This is like, dude, just people just ranting, dude. Like, welcome. We are former Ohioans as well. As if I'm from Ohio. I'm not from Ohio.
Oh yeah, Lila Beans. We used to live right next to there.
Yeah, dude.
Welcome, neighbor.
Yeah, I lived in the collard greens next to it, dude. Aren't you from like mac and cheese? Just like every dish that. All right, dude. Side story, real quick. All right, so there's this thing called camp meeting that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Every year, and my friend Ethan, like, it's only families are invited, so you have to be part of an extended family
Of what?
of just white people from Europe that like have lived in South Carolina since like 1700s.
What is it called?
It's called camp meeting. It's 100 cabins that are in a big circle. It's very cultish, but it's also pretty cool. So it's like 100 cabins in a circle. They're all labeled 1 to 100.
Okay.
And each family owns a cabin, and they're all somehow distantly related to each other. And like it's like for a whole long weekend.
Yeah.
And then every day, they have like a really old church service where people dress up like pilgrims and shit, like in the middle. It's cool. I went there like every year with my buddy, and the houses have like some electricity, but it's all just wood.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just sleep on straw cots and stuff, and you play like football and soccer and Nerf and all that. And there's like a candy store you can buy candy at. Everybody was like smoking candy cigarettes when we were kids from there. And like the reason I thought of that is because like the fucked up thing about this whole thing, which Ethan, if you're watching, dude, I'm not hating on your family. Shit's awesome. I loved going there. But every single family had a cook assigned to them, and it was just like an enormous black lady cooking amazing like Thanksgiving style meals. And that was like, it just made me so uncomfortable, dude. Like it was every year you just go there, and it was the same lady too.
For a bunch of white people that are all related somehow.
Yes. They're probably all German to some degree because like South Carolina has a lot of German people.
Do they?
That's like a pretty big population for us when we were English too, obviously. But yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, and but the thing is, they were obviously paid. Like the chefs were paid.
So basically, it's a family reunion. It's just a huge family reunion.
Dude, you can call it a family reunion, but what it really it's like imagine instead of a Civil War reenactment, it's just like a everyday white people that own slaves reenactment.
Oh my God.
That's what that is. It's
Pretty
what
much,
it is, dude.
Yeah.
And the thing is that like her food was busting every time. Every time, dude, I would scarf down 2 plates of meal.
She's probably a personal chef.
Yeah, that's what they are. But like the thing is that like I don't know.
But they make them dressed up like a slave.
Yes, like they're wearing tattered aprons.
This is not okay. Where in South Carolina? Well, I don't want to put it on blast. But
no, I can't. I don't know.
What
I don't even
region
know.
of South Carolina?
It's between Columbia and Charleston, in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. It's it's like in the middle of the woods with
Bowman.
Who knows? I really don't know where it is. I didn't pay. I have like no geographical skills.
Probably in Blacksburg.
Maybe.
Or Blacksville.
In Blacksville.
Those are 2 real places in South Carolina.
I know.
I was in Blacksburg 2 days ago. And Blacksville is very close to here. These are real places.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, but it was just but it was just weird because like the whole I get that they were paid. They're all probably personal chefs, but when you walk what I would do every year is just walk around the circle a couple times a day, you know? And it was if like most of the chefs were black, that'd be one thing, but it's like everyone is like they're like 100 identical twins. It's just all and everybody's just having fun all day, and they're just cooking all day long. So they're just working the whole time.
Oh my God!
Everybody else is just partying, having fun. Yeah, they're getting paid. I'm not really sure if it's like a pro alcohol vibe either or not. Like I just remember them being like, I when I stepped in there, I was like, this reminds me of like Protestants from like the 1600s. They probably don't drink alcohol. But then again, I haven't been there
probably
since,
a lot.
But they probably did. I just wasn't paying attention because I was young.
They put all the kids to sleep, and then they just have a little, like, interracial party in the back.
Yeah, for real.
The slaves work all day but party all night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. What's all that commotion I'm hearing? I'm trying to go to bed, dude. It's like they're eating the leftovers.
All the rocking of the hay. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. I did feel bad because sometimes I would go to get like a dish, and it would be like the last bit of it, and I would ask her, I'm like, have you had any of this yet? She's like, no. I'm like, you can have this part. She's like, no, please take it. I'm like, listen, lady, please, for the sake of my like moral compass, please eat some of the food that you made.
I know what used to happen 200 years ago. I took fourth grade in South Carolina.
Yeah, I took history class.
They
South Carolina.
They made me sit underneath my desk pretending that it was a slave ship.
They did, bro.
I know they did.
I told you that, so I forgot I told you that, dude.
That's so crazy they made you do that, bro.
Yeah, dude, I remember that. That was 7th grade with Mr. Robertson. And, at that point in middle school, everybody has 4 teachers for their core subjects, and they're all in a team. And we took every student that was like the homeroom for each math, science, history, English. And so it was like, 98 kids. And we put them in one class. Fire hazard, first of all. Not cool. Pleasant Hill Middle School.
Yeah.
And we literally had to lay on our desk, feet to like head to toe.
Yeah.
Did we talk about this on this podcast already?
I don't know. Maybe.
I was like, okay, but anyways,
I want to hear about it.
Yeah, and then they just they pulled up like a video on YouTube, and the video was like sounds far out at sea, and so they were just playing like crashing waves. And like thunderstorms.
I wonder how many kids just fell asleep. They were like, okay.
Yeah. Well, my thing was just kind of like, dude, we're all like 7th grade horn dogs, bro. You cannot be dude. You're laying me head to toe with fucking some of the hottest girls I've ever seen in my life, dude. And you're just like, because I haven't left it. I haven't been anywhere at this point. And it's
it's not a slave ship unless like 3 girls get pregnant. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like the monitors leave the room for like 2.5 minutes.
Oh
Next thing
God.
you know, dude,
Have
we're
you
having
heard-
slave babies.
I
born.
forgot who it was. A comedian from the 80s, like Eddie something. Not Murphy, but
No, I was gonna say Eddie Murphy.
not Eddie Murphy. He was talking about being
Eddie.
a slave. I forgot who it was. It was a black guy. He was talking about being a slave. He was like, man. He was like, if I was a slave and they gave me the option, they're like, all right, we either cut off your dick or your foot. He's like, he said, I'll be on that long foot line.
That's such a good joke, dude. I gotta figure out what comedian that is.
I'm
I'm gonna Google foot joke Eddie and just see if it comes up.
No, you gotta look up slave foot joke Eddie.
It's like foot joke Eddie. That sounds like a cartoon Disney would make in like the 1930s. Yeah. Steamfoot Willie.
Slave foot Eddie.
It's just Mickey Mouse cutting off black people's feet in a line because they want to keep their dicks.
Dude, what if that was like the name of some white guy like back in the day? Like his job is cutting off feet. He's just like that's slave foot Eddie right there.
Dude, there probably were some white guys. Think about this, dude. Amputees in the Civil War. There had to be one guy that was like really good at amputeeing, and they were like, "Hey, we know that you're a doctor and do all this other shit, but like you're just gonna amputee people now."
Yeah, pretty much.
I know you're qualified. You're more than a nurse.
Bro, did you hear about they're trying to find someone to test out like the neurochip thing? What's it called?
The Neuralink?
Neuralink?
Like the Musk thing?
They're trying to find a quadriplegic person to
Wait, are you being for real?
Yeah. I know it
Wait a
sounds like
second,
I don't know what I'm talking about, but this is something real that I've heard on the internet. They're trying to find someone to to attach robot limbs to, and then
like hook it up to
then hook it up to the chip, to see if know they can work.
It is a wild thought. Like it's a good thing to want to help quadriplegic people, but in order to do that, you have to put a brain chip in somebody.
Yeah.
And it is crazy to be like, hey, we're about to start human trials on these brain chips. Who are we trying to get? Yeah, let's get some quads up in here, man. Like, let's get some quadriplegics up in this bitch. Like, there's nothing wrong.
Let's get some nubs up in here.
Yeah, let's put
some robot hands in these nubs.
Yeah, Elon Musk is trying to create a Darth Vader. Like,
he literally. I'm pretty sure he said those words.
Really?
Like, not he said like Anakin can exist or something like that.
Oh my god, dude!
Elon's crazy. Like, he says like
I
references
hit the nail on the head, dude. This man wants to be the emperor.
I mean, if I was this rich, if I was that rich, I would. You're no longer pursuing like making more money. You're just pursuing like childhood dreams. At that point, I feel like
you're just trying to make your dreams come true.
Yeah,
and he probably watched Star Wars at one point,
which is not a bad thing. That's what That's why I think everyone hates him, because everyone wish that they can just not give a fuck and do whatever they want, which is what he does.
Right.
So it's
the thing is that if anybody who's like looked at their life at all is like, all right, people are capable of good and evil. Clearly. And it's like, obviously, and it's like sometimes we let the evil things get the best of us. Now have $250 billion.
Amen.
Don't give that shit to me, bro. There would be nothing left. I don't know what I would do, but I would just, I don't know.
I would buy X.
I haven't even thought of it.
Make it Y. I don't know.
Make it Y, dude. That would be the most trollish type of thing, to buy Twitter just to. Well, that's what Elon did, isn't that just basically what Elon did? He didn't do anything different with Twitter other than just change the name.
Yeah, I'm sure he did some background stuff different, but he changed the name. That was
he changed the algo a little bit.
It's the only thing people notice.
Yeah, and that's why people. Like, you do think of, I think about all these guys, we were talking about that a second ago, like these finance guys on Instagram, and they're always making like, wake up at 3 p.m. Never wake up at 3 a.m. drink water, like those dudes. Yeah, but like, and they're always talking about how branding is everything. They're like, don't care about your product, it's just a brand. I'm like, sounds like kind of what Elon's doing. Pretty much. Just change the name to X. Yeah. Wait, circle back. Where were we at?
We were talking about your Facebook post for a while.
That's right. Let's go back to that, because I'm almost done with it.
All right, we're almost done.
I got to screen record again, because I think it was just going this whole time. And
screen record. Although we don't know if we're going to put that up. Is there a rule on that Facebook group that says you can't?
I don't even care at this point. Nobody watches
can't publicly.
Nobody on this podcast. Nobody who is on this page is probably listening.
All right, if you're one of our 20 listeners, don't report Brandon.
Don't report me
to his community Facebook group.
Yeah, there was only one comma. Somebody commented McDoubles killed John F. Kennedy. Look it up. So that was funny. I liked that comment because it was hilarious.
McDoubles killed John F. Kennedy. Look it up.
Somebody said my ex-husband is from Lima, Ohio. I'll tell you, the people in this town are wild, dude. I have to start doing this
like
every week.
People comment just like the thing that's on their mind. Like, they don't even like think about what to say. They just like,
yeah.
You gotta think before you post. You gotta think before you comment. I feel like,
dude, this page got crazier over the last few years, and it's gotta be mental health that's affecting this, dude. These are people that just live inside and just are on Facebook all day long. That's all this is. I hardly get on here. I feel bad because a friend of mine made a post about me 2 weeks ago, and I haven't even commented back on it.
About you?
Well, it was just like a memory shared, and I was just like, "Oh yeah, that was so much fun."
I thought you meant on the community.
Oh no, it was just a separate post. And then she was like, and it said on my notifications, "Oh, she commented something," and I was like, "Oh, that was a week ago." Crap, man, I feel like such an asshole. And it's like, I still haven't commented back.
Wait, what did you post this time? How did you word it? Like the first sentence? You're like, this is the formula.
Yeah, I said this is the formula for posting on this page.
You got it. That has to be your format every week. You need to be like, this is the formula to plug your friend's business on this on this group.
Yeah, basically whatever I'm gonna write, frame it.
And
then,
you got to frame it. You got to do it once a week. That's
I gotta find the best. There were some really dope ones down here. There was a guy, this old dude.
Yeah.
Shout out Gary. He just said, well, this was he referenced the post from the day before about the Chick-fil-A shit with the pup cup.
Yeah.
And he just said, Sonic has pup cups for $1 on Highway 6. And I'm telling you, dude, when he said that, I audibly laughed so hard in my room, dude. I almost threw my phone. And I just commented underneath it. I said, funniest comment, you the man, Gary. And that's
funniest comment, you the man. He's confused too because he's like, it's just a fact.
Yeah.
It's just like,
oh, there's multiple things about like my beautiful family and I. There's so many grammar Nazis on this freaking thing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but it is so much fun to interact with like boomers on Facebook.
Yeah.
And then like I don't know. I think a percentage of Gen Xers are just like boomers by default.
That reminds me of the time that I downloaded that app, Neighbor. That is basically that community group, but like in a whole app. And I used someone else's picture, one of our friends who lives in the area. he may or may not be a stand-up comedian. I used my name though, but his face.
What did they instantly block you?
No, I just would like once a day I would just like scroll to see if there was any like tomfoolery happening.
Yeah.
And one time like I saw a post that was like, I was at the Sonic in Irmo and the manager was cursing out his staff. This is unacceptable. Yada yada yada.
I actually did see something about some Sonic manager. It maybe have been the same thing, but I wasn't on that app though.
Yeah, and like it was all these people that are like, this is unacceptable. Like my son used to work there. Yada yada. Like, just all this stuff.
That's
and
my son's old job.
I was like, all right, what's something I could comment? And I think I commented like, no one fired. What's like the mean chef's name from like all those shows?
Gordon Ramsay?
Yeah, I said no one fired Gordon Ramsay. And I think that got like 300 likes. And like so many people like commented under my comment.
Nice.
So many people commented like, that's
Facebook
different.
Pro.
Like that's different. Yada yada. Like they were just like,
they're just like, dude.
They're so mad at me.
It would be people in this town that like go at a Sonic manager's throat, and then just like swarm the comments to defend Gordon Ramsay. Like just to defend like a rich British guy for no reason. Like what the hell? Like I don't get that at all, man.
Yeah.
People dick riding.
And
Gordon
they were like
Ramsay
saying like he specifically used like the F word. They were like he used the F word. Like I was like, okay.
And
like,
you just, dude, when people say that, you can't do it because you'll get banned from these fucking pages. But all you want to do is just be like, yeah, shut the fuck up. Like it's just a word. Like,
yeah,
what's the deal? Like, and it's also kind of like, hey, you know what? When you go to Sonic, what are you there for? Are you there to you're there to order your food, to pay for your food, get your food, leave and eat your food. You're not there to monitor the manager's management style. If his management style is a little bit, it's a little bit authoritarian, it's not laissez-faire, it's like, that's not your business, man.
Maybe the 18-year-olds that work there like being yelled at. Maybe they need some authority in their life. Maybe they sought that job out because they knew they would get cursed at every day.
Yeah. Maybe a kid in Colombia was like, oh, fuck it, man. I mean, I dropped out of high school when I was like 16, and then like, I just need a fucking place to, go work to get yelled at, dude. And it's like,
to get yelled at.
Yeah. It's
Some
like
people need that. You go through your whole life nowadays. No one hits you.
No one hits you anymore.
No one hits you anymore. you go to school. You don't get hit at school. You go home. You don't get hit at home.
Dude, it's like the Sonic manager. He's like,
you play soccer. You don't even touch the ball. You get a trophy. Maybe you need a job where you get yelled at once or twice. Maybe.
He's just a kid who does nothing but handballs. He's got 6 handballs in one game. Hasn't touched the ball with his foot at all. Gets a trophy. And that's how communism got back out. Dude.
Maybe he needs a slushie thrown at him once or twice.
Oh, and dude, and this is like on the real with the Sonic thing, dude. Like, because I'm about to defend the hell out of this manager right now. And that's the Sonic in Lexington. Well, they made a new like location, but they're franchise things, right?
Yeah.
So oftentimes the general manager is the owner of that place, and that's like your invested money, and that's like your entire business and career and livelihood. And you got some fuckhead thinking that he can dick around when he's got milkshakes to make.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, I didn't hire you to do this job so that I can't feed my family. Like, Like, you better make that goddamn peanut, like that Butterfinger Sonic Blast. You better fucking churn that butter. You don't just sprinkle it on top. Mix it in.
If it was just coming out of your mouth, but I just thought about slavery again. Like, I didn't pay for you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No, it's like one white manager and like 4 black teenagers working in a Sonic. See that? I
should also mention that
though.
I have the sniffles, so I might sound a little different this episode.
It's all good, man.
I might be sniffing.
We'll clean the mic. You hit the vitamin C yet? That's like the one thing I do every time I'm sick.
I hit the vitamin C.
I hit the vitamin C hard.
I took some Mucinex.
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 What's the? I think it's Mucinex.
I took some Mucinex.
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 Yeah.
That's how us Hispanic people say it. Mucinex.
Mucinex. It's like Latinx, but Mucinex.
Mucinex. That's how you call. That's actually what they're gonna call the X-Men. They're the Mutant X.
The Mutant X. it's just a dude.
We do not discriminate against the Mutant X community.
Yeah. It's like Wolverine.
Whether they're blue or red.
Wolverine like gets his claws out, and it's just like sour cream, paprika, corn cobs on his fucking hands. He just has 6 corn cobs in his forearms at all times.
Dude, before they came out with like the X-Men, I guarantee you they were like thinking about Mutant X. That sounds good.
Yeah. Some lady in a board meeting,
Mutant
like some
X.
writer in the room was like
They're
trying to throw that
right?
idea.
That's what they're calling them. Call them Mutant X.
And they probably looked at her and they were like, "You're a fucking racist." And then she was just like, "Geez." And then like a year later, they come out with the term Latinx, and she was like, "I knew it. I knew I wasn't a racist. I knew I was right."
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
I've been watching How My Name Is Earl.
Oh yeah, I fucking love that show.
The show's so stupid. They don't make shows like that.
That was like the
anymore.
only comedy show that my dad watched growing up, and so like every time I'd just be going downstairs and hear him laughing, I'd be like, "Oh, I bet he's watching My Name's Earl."
Yeah.
It's like a bonding thing, dude. Me and my dad just bonding.
Ever
over
since you told me your
Brandy
dad
and
watches
Earl.
that, whenever I watch it, I think about how your dad would react to certain things in the show.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like I literally will watch it and then laugh, thinking like, "Oh, Brandon's dad thought that was funny."
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why, but
dude, he's got a weird sense of humor.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, like it's hard. Like I think now it's like hard for him to make me laugh out loud, like super hard when he's saying stuff. And it's like same for me with him. Like he doesn't. I think like the last time I heard him, like I got one good laugh out of him in like the last couple months, and it was like we were at like a restaurant or something with my mom and her parents, and we went to some like place afterwards. It was like some cafe downtown, and like just to get some coffee and shit late at night.
Yeah.
And I forget what it was, but they were just talking about something, and then I just I don't know, I just chimed in on like it's something about Mimi and Poppy living in the retirement home, something like that. And I just chimed in, and that was the first time I heard him do like a big laugh out loud, and I was just like, "Damn, that's what you thought was funny?" I was like, "Fuck, man, yeah."
You just gotta make fun of your grandparents and
you just gotta make fun of his
home.
in-laws. That's what you gotta figure out what the thing is. That's what I figured it out. I was just like, "Oh, I just gotta make fun of
Mimi and Poppy.
Mimi and Poppy." And then I'll do it. Just like
what they don't tell you is when you're a comedian, all you want to do is make people laugh, even when you're not on
it's
stage.
like, why would you think we started this shit? Like, why do you think we started doing that shit? You gotta be insane a little bit.
A little bit.
I hate. No, actually, that's a gay trope. Like a lot of people are like that. A lot of comedians out here talk about like, "Oh, dude, like you just have to be like kind of crazy to get up there and like talk in front of people." I'm like,
I feel like
not really.
No, you just
Not really, dude. You can be a normal person.
yeah.
Like you have to be a little fucked up, maybe, but like you don't have to have like this rap sheet of like Joe Rogan's always talking about that. He's always like, you gotta have this like fucked up thing. You gotta, he's always talking about like hardships create humor. That's true.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like I've met some people who've had really shitty lives who aren't funny at all, and vice versa. But we didn't see what happened with the last big comedian that had like an amazing upbringing. That was Chris D'Elia. He was snapping the teens, bro. You gotta get off Snapchat, dog.
Gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh wait, one more thing about Facebook, bro. My dad actually did crack the Facebook algorithm.
How?
He started a like new Etsy page for his fishing lures that he's making. Yeah. And he started he got like a new logo.
He started posting.
Yeah, started posting on Facebook and like, made the business side of it legit on paper. And
he started LLC and everything.
I think so.
Wow, he went all in.
Yeah, he's like, well, I think he had to because he's selling them at something in town like next weekend. But he posted this 7-second video on Facebook, and it's like a quick little. It's like okay, here's stage 1 of like making this lure, and it's like kind of in the early stages, and then like the next cut is like a pan of the finished product, like after he's painted it and stenciled it and all that stuff. And then the last part of the video, so it's like very quick, like cuts. And the last part is just him filming himself, like tossing it into the water down at the lake and then like dragging it through the water to demonstrate how it swims. And it got 11,000 views in one day.
Wow.
What the fuck are we doing, man?
That's
we
good.
got to figure out a way to get some views on Facebook.
Well,
But I feel like Facebook views are not the same either.
I mean,
could be
no,
wrong.
it's just like what we're doing is just different,
No, yeah, I know.
Like,
I'm being a little facetious.
That's a
with
very niche focused thing.
yeah. And I think
You
Facebook
know?
does promote business pages when they're newer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, he still made. I told him I was like, hey, just copy that video style and just keep making
This
them.
is my theory. This is my hot take on why podcasts don't make it.
Right.
Because I feel like the algorithms, and I'm probably wrong. This is my hot take, and
Right.
I'm wrong in a lot of things. But if you ever look up like on YouTube, like how to grow on blank platform,
Which we've never
right?
done that. That's stupid. Why would we
I do
ever
that all the time. So if you look up that, or if you look up anything like that, like how to make a YouTube channel, how to do anything, it's all like niche focused things. It's
Right.
like you have to have a niche.
Yeah.
And it's like if you're a podcast and you don't necessarily have a niche, the algorithm doesn't really have anything to attach your videos to. Where it's like your
True.
dad, the niche is fishing.
Right.
It's really easy.
So they know how to.
So it's like
get it out.
people like watching
Mm.
fishing, so they're gonna put where it's like if your niche is comedy, we can be talking
big of a-
about anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
exactly.
It's just a genre. It's not a niche. So it's like that's why personally, that's why I think it's harder for a podcast to grow. Because you just gotta be really funny and people just gotta like your stuff.
And you just got to keep doing it too. That's the biggest thing.
That's what we're here.
That's what I'm
Sick.
saying, dude. Like,
Never
you have to just keep doing it.
never say podcasters don't work when they're sick. Exhibit A.
Exhibit A. Yeah, dude. I
Exhibit
was
B. He's always sick
Yeah.
in the brain.
In the brain. Yeah. No, I'm sick nasty, dude, on the freaking mic. Then yeah.
Bro,
It's like
you know what's worse than failing as a podcast?
what?
Is failing as the OnlyFans girl.
Oh yeah. Dude.
Like, think about like making like 5-6 episodes of a podcast
Oh,
and
yeah.
only having like 22 followers. Right?
Yeah, that doesn't remind me of
Like,
anybody at all right now.
Think about having like, 6.5 hours of you just talking shit on the internet.
Yeah.
But also think
failed.
about having 6 hours of you just taking it up the ass and only having 20 followers.
You've got 2 terabytes of your personal porn that you've made.
Exactly. Like, that's
Got no
way,
money
I
from
would be
it.
way more ashamed of myself if I was like, listen, Mom, it's gonna work. Okay?
It's gonna work.
I'm gonna make one of the rooms in my apartment solely for the purpose of making OnlyFans material. Okay, I'm gonna buy these lights.
You've got
I'm gonna buy the recording equipment. It's gonna be great.
It's like loaded with
The
disinfectant wipes.
setup, it's gonna be it's gonna be great.
It's
The
gonna be
setup,
amazing.
people are gonna love me watching it, taking it up the ass. You know what I mean?
It is like a lot of people living with their parents and stuff these days. It's kind of hard to be like 25 years old and go to your mom and be like,
Yeah.
listen, Mom, like it's gonna get noisy upstairs, but trust me, this is gonna work out, dude. People listen. My pussy's gonna be getting crushed day in, day out upstairs. Like the only thing that this house is a foundation, kitchen, pussy getting crushed upstairs, and that's all it's ever gonna be. And trust me, I'm gonna retire you and Dad once I make this bag. And then like a year later, she's like, honey, how's the OnlyFans
made
page going? she's like, it's going okay, Mom. It's just like,
Mom, shut up.
She's just like, I still don't know why I only have 2 followers.
I'm
this whole
messaging
time.
lonely men right now as we speak. Leave me alone.
She's got like 2 followers, and then like it pans back to the mom, and she's like, looks over to her husband. She's like, should we keep subscribing? Like they're the only 2 subscribers to her fucking home. They don't even watch it. They just feel bad for her. Yeah. No,
I'm
but
marketing myself right now.
Dude, that is
honey, you gotta stop paying for Instagram ads. It's not working.
Dude, because you can't you have to figure out a creative way to market yourself on Instagram because you can't just straight up post naked. You have to figure out something, dude. You have to take a little stuffed animal and dangle it over yourself.
I've been working out in front of the camera for 8 hours. I have 10 viewers. Stop calling me.
Yeah, she got my fitness premium to count calories. You probably burn a shit ton of calories.
Mom,
streaming
I need more ice for my nipples.
You got an ice patch.
Turn on the ice maker.
You know there's like $800 icers you can buy for post shoulder surgery thing where it's an intricate strap and you plug it up and it pumps cold ice through a pump.
Oh, really?
It's like just some girl wearing that. It's like panties. Just to cool her gooch off, dude.
Dude,
You got like a screeching hot
bro.
badge.
But like, if you were, dude, I can't even imagine like quitting OnlyFans because
that's admitting you already kind of admitted defeat starting it.
That is like the ultimate walk of. I don't know where you're walking after you quit. I don't know what office you go to.
Yeah.
I don't know where in buttfuck nowhere you got to go to quit. But that walk home must be brutal.
Yeah, it's not a walk of shame. It's a life of shame.
Out there. You don't know the screen recordings that took place.
Yeah, dude, you don't know. You don't know what happened on my page.
You don't know what happened.
Yeah, it would suck if you were.
How many 14-year-old boys
stole their dad's credit cards?
Climax to you, just like. I don't know, walking on a treadmill with ice on your nips. Like, I don't know what happened.
Dude, that'd be a great idea for a page. Just a lady who's got ice cubes on her nipples, walks on a treadmill the whole day.
That's what they do.
Dude,
you didn't know that?
I didn't know that it got that creative, to be honest. I thought it was just kind of
a lot of girls on TikTok will go live and they'll just have their phones propped up in a room as they're working out. And they're wearing you can just see their nips, but you can't see them. You just see them through their shirt.
That's pretty nice. I like that. That sounds.
Now you're gonna be looking for that. You're hot girl working out.
That's that's some soft core. That's something that if you get caught. You get caught watching that in public, you're just kind of scroll next and oh, that's a weird TikTok.
It's like Cinemax,
Yeah, it is different than doing that in public where you're just watching some girl working out. It's a lot easier to recover from than if you just you're just waiting in line at Take 5 Oil, waiting for your car, and the guy comes up and tells you it's done. He's just like, you watching hardcore porn right now? And you're like, that's hard to recover from.
Gym culture is kind of weird though, or gym culture is crazy. Gym culture is crazy because you can go to any gym,
yeah,
in the middle of literally nowhere, which I have been to this past week. And I was going to the gym to work out.
What gym did you go to?
Planet Fitness.
Oh, Planet Fitness.
I was going to the gym to work out. But it's crazy because you can be in the middle of nowhere and there's still Instagram models working out there. And you're just like, where did you come from? Do y'all work here? Did they pay for you guys to be here?
It's like flies to honey, baby.
Well, it's did they pay for you guys to be here? Or is this just the culture? If you're
that's just
18 years old and you like to work out, you have to wear a bra to work out. You
gotta wear a bra and
panties. You can't wear a shirt.
You gotta wear sweet bra and panties to work
Not
out.
Panties. They don't wear panties.
They just wear the yoga pants and straight skin.
Pants
yeah.
And a bra.
Yoga pants and bra.
I just think that's crazy.
That's their battle armor.
I just think it's crazy because they're in the middle of nowhere. Because you would think oh, I'm at a Planet Fitness. There's nothing around me but cornfields. like everyone in here and like 90% of the people in there do look like they work on a farm full time.
Right.
Or like,
and then it's just hot girls with
and
them.
it's just like, yeah, it's like
it's a bunch of
this
farmers.
like there's like 10 trucker guys on the Olympical.
Yeah.
Like 1 or 2 like high school boys like working out on the weights.
Like doing 100 sets of dumbbell curls.
2 really attractive girls that like you assume know each other, but they don't.
They have like a multicam setup.
Yeah,
like multi-camera.
They're just like doing like squats, and you're like, why are you always working out your butt? You have other parts of your body, like, you know.
Yeah, and dude, girl, like they complain about gym bros like hitting their arms too much.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can get, dude, gym gals hit glutes way more than gym bros hit arms. That's up like every good gym bro knows, like, you can't, if you're not on steroids, if you're not enhanced, if you're all natty like myself, then you got to have rest days. You got to have about a 48-hour window for smaller muscular groups and about a 72-hour window for longer. You're telling me that bitches are hitting glutes 4 days a week and you're getting 72-hour rest window? The math doesn't add up, and which is why you're an OnlyFans bitch in Planet Fitness in the first place. I got a little mean there at the end. I didn't mean to offend them like that. I just meant the math doesn't work out. Like, you got to have adequate rest, protein intake, and you're worried about your stream angle, dude, on the pull downs. You know? I will say though, Planet Fitness is fun to people watching. That is, it still blows my mind that they found it. Like, it's like sonar with bats. Like, they find the Planet Fitness, dude.
Find the Planet Fitness.
They probably, doesn't the Planet Fitness app just have like a location thing on it though, where it just like
I don't know. I did pay for the black card since I was traveling this last week.
How did you enjoy the massage chairs with that?
Yeah, I did. But I mean, they're not. I'm not going to pay for the black card forever. I only did it because I was traveling for work. But now that I'm not traveling anymore, I'm probably going to downgrade.
I'll tell you the best, like I don't have a black card Planet Fitness membership, but my buddy does, and so every now and then I'll like just go with him as a guest.
Yeah.
And dude, if you do like the massage chairs hit like your spinal erectors perfectly. So if you do some freaking like back extensions and then hit on that, oh my god, dude, it feels so good.
Really?
Yeah, it's like the best. Like I've sat in some massage chairs and I'm like, this is okay. I just don't I don't like the artificial mechanical feeling of it that much. Because it kind of just feels like I'd rather just get a real massage. You know what I'm saying? Like, but when that thing hits your lower back after you do some freaking like
it feels
good mornings or something, dude, or just any type of back extension.
Don't they have like a hydro massager thing?
Yes.
I haven't tried that yet.
I haven't either. I want to do that so bad. They just shoot
go today.
jet waters. Oh yeah, I'm down.
Let's just go. Not even work out. Let's just walk in there and be like, we're here for the hydro.
We would look more normal than people who go there if we just went in there like this. I don't have any other clothes.
I'm just like, hey, I'm here for the hydroplane thing. And I'm here for a good afternoon afterward.
Last week I was at Planet Fitness with Dowdy, and we go up in there, and we were on the ellipticals for like I did like an hour sesh on the elliptical. You know me, just hitting the cardio like I always do. Not, but you know, it was tough. Like I can't run on an elliptical or on a treadmill for like a long period of time because I literally just don't have the proper balance. Like I will fucking fall. Like I was trying to run.
Wait, you can't run on which one? The
treadmill.
On the treadmill.
Even like for example, 4
You
mile.
don't have the balance to run on a treadmill?
No, for real. Like I had shitty shoes on. Okay. And here's what I think it's just a disconnect between my body not moving and my legs moving.
Yeah.
Because what I realize I have to do in order to stay balanced is I have to look down at the machine. I have to look at something close to me that's stationary. Yeah. If I look up and like try to watch what's going on in the Planet Fitness with me.
Start walking towards that.
I just start realizing that like I'm getting slowly closer to the edge of the treadmill, and I'm going back, and then I have to like, all right, speed up a little bit.
Yeah,
yeah. But there's a trend that's happening.
You should like watch something on your phone in front of you.
Oh yeah, I should just do that.
Or get an iPad.
I did try to like put my phone on there. Like the little ledge that they had that you could rest your phone on was kind of far down, so it made it where like your head had to be at an awkward angle down.
Yeah,
and then that's terrible for you while you're trying to run. Like, you have terrible form. You just are like...
Yeah.
So I like to have my head straight
forward.
Are
you running?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said you're walking.
Well, I'm doing both. It was like, I was doing like... I would walk for like 4 or 5 minutes. Yeah, I would walk for 4 minutes, and then I would jog for like 2 minutes.
Okay.
And I was just going back and forth doing that.
Yeah.
And that, I freaking wore my ass out. And I was like, if I can't just jog for 2 minutes every 5 minutes for an hour, that's not good. But there was one trend that's going on in like the treadmill world, and I think it's because of all the fitness influencers talking about walking at an incline, like to lose weight, which there's data to support that. Or if you walk for like 25 minutes at a certain incline at a certain speed, it's better to lose weight or at least calorie burn. But what I think is going on is like normal people who've never been in the gym are watching that content, and they're like, oh, I'm going to go turn it up to the highest setting. There was this Indian guy, and he had it on like the highest incline possible.
Mm-hmm.
And he just leaned back and held with both arms onto the machine and just walked it. And I'm like, you're doing nothing.
Yeah.
You're canceling out everything that is supposed to be beneficial about that exercise. Like you're just walking, you're walking on a flat plane, moving it, and then readjusting your body's plane to the new plane. It's like, dude, use your calves. Like just go on I just went on a very low. That's probably why this workout was so hard, because I did do the whole thing on like a very low incline.
Yeah.
So all the times I was jogging, it was like slightly uphill. Beast, I know, but.
Well, I mean, I do that. What that Indian guy does.
You just hold on to the thing the whole time, dude. You motherfucker!
I put
you
it
fake ass.
And
bitch.
the reason why I do that is because it's hard for me to balance.
Oh, so now who's talking about balance problems now, dude?
Okay, listen. I put it on 13 incline, 3 speed,
3 speed,
3 speed, 13 incline.
You're getting up there,
and I don't let my back like straighten out. I like lean forward and like you know, like I'm walking.
You're engaging
uphill.
your calves and stuff
like
when you're doing it.
Like I lean forward.
Okay.
But it's easier to balance if I'm holding on to it.
See,
if I'm not holding on to it, then like I literally, it's not like I'm wobbling.
Right.
But it's just like there's not a lot of traction. Either like the shoes I'm wearing or like the treadmill itself.
Some of the treads are jacked, dude.
Exactly.
Some have no tread left.
There's no tread, so it's like there's not a
it's
lot.
Just a fucking slip and slide on a fucking rotor.
Exactly.
That's all it is, dude.
There's not a lot of traction, so like when you're on a 13 incline, like you gotta hold on for safety.
I would say, dude, if this guy was doing what you were doing, I'd have more respect for him.
But he
this
was
man
like,
was full. Like you could see his forearms just fucking shaking. He was holding
like he was getting more of a arm workout.
And dude, he was on the treadmill like when I walked up. So I hadn't even started started it yet, and he was already doing his thing.
Yeah.
And I went a whole hour, and by the time I was done, man was still going. And he wasn't sweating at all. It's just like you couldn't see any sweat on his shirt or on his body. And he's probably like 12 feet away from me. I can see him pretty clearly. And it was like, dude, like. This is a guy who doesn't think about anything all day. Like, if you're just out there, like, for at least over an hour, fully hanging, and just, like, his knees, he was taking so much weight off of his legs that when he was walking, it looks like his knees were, like, kind of popping whenever his leg got kind of straight, you know? Like, there should always be a little bit of, like, pressure on there. But it was, I thought about walking up behind him and just seeing how long he's been on there, because I was very curious, but I couldn't muster it up in me to like possibly, fuck with him or whatever.
I think it's funny
like
whenever I see people use machines wrong, but then I like look at them, I'm like, maybe they know how to use it right, but they're just choosing to use it this way.
That's what I think too.
And then sometimes I'm like, no, they just don't know how to use it. Like,
well, the problem is that I go to Move Fitness typically, and like every single jacked dude in there, like, I'm not talking about like, oh, okay, they're like, whatever, they're fit. I'm talking about like, obviously on steroids, obviously a beast, right?
Yeah.
They do machine exercises, like, it looks dumb. It doesn't make any sense what they're doing to me. And then I was trying to figure out what it was, I was trying to be like, how do they have like bad form and all this stuff? And I was just like, it doesn't matter. If you're steroiding up, all you have to do is just like load the weight onto a machine, and your form really doesn't matter, dude. As long as if you're doing tricep extensions fully stacked on the plate, it's like, okay, yeah, sorry, your hips aren't hinged the same weight. I'm doing the most possible.
Yeah.
So now I got like a newfound respect for it, because at first I just thought, I was like, how do these idiots get so jacked when they don't know how to use the equipment? And it's like the opposite. They've transcended the equipment.
Yeah.
They know every possible type of exercise with it and then have created a particular one for themselves.
Yeah.
Because they're like, well, this one tricep strand is shorter than this one, so I'm about to like do it upside down for 3 months and fix it.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I guess it is an art. Like at first I was just kind of like, these jacked bodybuilders don't know what the fuck they're doing. Me just saying that in there, like, and I legitimately thought that in my head, like a little bit, like not fully, but
You're like
genuinely
walking around
thought-
like
yeah.
these dumbasses.
Yeah, but there was a serious part of my mind where I was just like, these guys haven't watched, 9 hours of Mind Pump to prepare for getting ready to start your weight loss journey. Like, they don't fucking know what they're talking
They
about.
probably watched 5 years of
They
Mind
created Mind Pump, dude. It was the guys from the show. No, it was like, no, but it was
These
was,
dumbasses.
Yeah, it was like it would be the equivalent of like me reading like 3 bodybuilding magazines and then going into a gym and seeing a jack dude like do a squat with a weird form, and being like, this fucking guy doesn't even.
Yeah.
What do you need?
It is funny how many like variations of things, because sometimes I do things what I think is a weird variation, but I do them purposely. And then I think to myself, I wonder who's watching me do this thinking I'm an idiot. But me knowing that I'm doing this on purpose, like there's certain squats that I do. Like sometimes I'll do squats where I'm specifically targeting like this,
Your outer quad?
this outer quad, so it creates more of like a this indentation right here. So
dude, I know about outer quads,
in
bro.
order to target your outer quads, you have to squat with your feet closer together.
Yeah, point your toes in.
So that it targets out here more than the inner quad. So like sometimes I do squats and it literally looks like I have no idea what I'm doing, but it's like I'm doing them on purpose.
Dude, that's why people probably look at me like I'm crazy when I'm using the quad extension machine.
Yeah.
Because I know that like if you point your toes in, it's that. If you point your toes out, it's the inner thigh.
Yeah.
And so literally, I'm just doing like I usually do like 10 or 15 reps, something in that range, and I'm literally like this the whole time. I'm just like breathing as hard as possible.
Yeah.
Because your boy goes intense, So it's just like, and then it's just halfway through the set, it's just, and then I point my toes out, dude, and it's just like what's wrong with this guy, dude?
You're just at Planet Fitness, just like.
Yeah, and
I'm targeting my quads.
And the OnlyFans girls are like, "That's a pretty good position. We might fucking learn something from this guy." Yeah, dude.
Meanwhile, the guy that works at Planet Fitness is like, I think you're crowning.
I think you're crowning. Yeah,
Shorter breasts.
you're just fucking giving birth in a Planet Fitness. I mean, that's what
I'm
pregnant
not
ladies have
giving
to.
birth. I'm targeting my quads.
Pregnant ladies got to stay off the quad machine, dude, because if you never know, dude, it might break that water on like rep 9.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Speaking of, we were talking about slaves. Well, at least at the fucking place.
Speaking of my favorite pastime,
way back in the camp meeting combo. No, but I watched a movie this past week called. It was a pretty shitty movie. It was called The Eagle.
yeah,
And it was like this movie about like this Roman guy who like went to Britain, and his dad had like pretty much lost his whole battalion
yeah,
to all the Britons who had killed him north of Hadrian's Wall, a wall that separates England and Scotland basically. And so he had to go back behind the wall, because the thing is that his dad was a commander, a legion commander.
yeah.
If you're a legion commander and you lose the eagle, which is like the religious symbol for Rome, just a
Okay.
giant golden eagle on a
Yeah.
stick, and if you lose that, you bring shame and dishonor to like your whole family forever, basically. So everybody looked at this guy like, you ain't shit. Your dad lost the eagle,
Yeah,
and then so his goal, get that eagle. So
that eagle.
he becomes the commander of a legion and takes them behind the wall. They all get fucked. They all die basically, except for one guy. What ends up happening is that he saves. He's a Roman guy. He saves a Briton, like just some white guy's life, and then the white guy like gets down on his knees, like, "You have saved my life, Channing Tatum." It is Channing Tatum that plays the main character. He's
my
like,
God.
"You've saved my life, Channing Tatum. Now I will devote my life to you forever." And then, and then like they just do their journey, and so he's like trying to help Channing Tatum find the eagle.
Oh my god.
And turns out like from his dad's commanding unit or whatever, there was like some leftover dudes that survived.
Yeah.
and they just like blended in with the new culture, married some Britain ladies, you know, but they were like dogs at heart, you know what I'm saying? Like they were Roman through and through.
Yeah.
And eventually like they found the eagle, and it was like some crazy like methed out looking warlord British dude
Should we
who
say
had
like
it.
spoiler warning or something?
No, this movie's from 2013. This is an old ass movie on
okay.
Netflix.
I thought you just said
I'm
saw
telling
a
the
new
story
movie.
of the movie basically.
Also,
yeah.
you were like, "Oh, wait, before we go, let me tell you this entire movie plot."
Yeah, I was just trying to get to the. I just thought it was hilarious that they made a movie and Channing Tatum had a white slave,
Really?
and that was pretty much it. Yeah, and then he gave him his freedom like at the very end because he was like, basically what he was just like, he gave him an order and he couldn't follow. He was just like, listen, the only way that like I can do what you're asking me to is if you give me my freedom back. And Channing Tatum's like dying, you know, he needs help. And he's like been stabbed or whatever. He's like, fuck, dude, I don't get to have a slave anymore. You could just tell he was mad about it.
Fine.
And then he was like, all right, you're not my slave anymore. You're free. And then the guy, this is actually the best part of the movie where he was just like, no, I'm not going to abandon you. I'm going to come back with the squad. So he goes and finds like the lost warriors from his dad's group and comes back, and then they just bust up some dudes and then they get the eagle. And that's like, the movie is so funny because it really just doesn't have a plot. Like it is a plot, but it doesn't really resolve it. It just is like, okay, they get the eagle, and then they just bury all the dead people that died in the battle to get the eagle back.
Oh my god!
And then it just cuts scene to them being in Rome, and then they're like walking in, and he's like, "Got the eagle," and then they're like, "Oh my fucking god, he's got the eagle." He's like, your family's cool again now.
Bruh, I got a stupider movie than that, but it's not a movie. It's a prime show. It's like a mini
please
series.
tell me.
It's called Good Omen, and they had a part 1 that came out maybe like 2-3 years ago.
I've seen
part 2 just
part
came out.
1, I think.
Part 1 was about Armageddon happening and like the Antichrist being born,
and it's like an angel and a demon,
it
like
was like an
friends
angel
fighting kind of thing,
and a demon like teaming up basically.
Mm.
Part 2 basically is like the angel and the demon, and like the archangel angel Gabriel like lost his memory and comes to the angel on earth, and like he's like protecting him, and the demon's also protecting him, and then towards the end like yada 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 happens. Basically like Gabriel and this demon are in love, so they disappear. And
what the fuck, dude?
Gabriel is no longer the archangel, and then God is like, all right, well, you fallen angel, like, because he's a fallen angel that lives on Earth that's friends with a demon. He's like, why don't you be the supreme archangel? And the guy's like, all right, cool. And then he was like, and if you do that, you can appoint anyone you want to be an angel, so your demon friend can be an angel.
Oh my god!
And literally, like,
dude.
the last scene is like them talking about it. He's like, oh, listen, like, I'm gonna be the supreme archangel, and you can be like my right hand man. And the and the demon's like, I don't want to do that. I want to disappear like Gabriel with you and be alone. And then they kiss, and I'm like, what the heck? Like, it literally.
So it's just gay demons.
It's a gay angel and a gay demon, and like
Jesus
it literally
Christ,
threw me off.
Oh my fucking god!
Like, nowhere throughout this show did I thought they were gay. I just thought they were best friends, and it just out of nowhere they just like kiss, and I'm like,
I saw the first season of that show.
Like, why did they have to throw that in there? I was so happy.
Dude, the whole point of that show was just literally to be like, let's make God look stupid. Let's make God make the demons the now new archangel, and let's make them gay.
Yeah,
they're literally just trying to say God is gay and God is.
Well, I don't think they're trying to say anything.
I think they're trying to say that based on what you said.
I don't think they're trying to say anything. I just think they wrote a story, but
a really dumb, shitty story. That's weird.
Yeah, no, I think it's a stupid story.
Well, then why do you think they're doing all that for? Just because it's like controversial and shit.
I mean, have you ever wrote a story and you're like, oh, it'd be cool if this happened, and then you write it and then it happens? Those people just have more power than us.
I've watched a lot of bad movies.
Those people just have Prime deals and we don't. You know, like it's the only difference. You ever write a story?
Damn it.
You don't have any background. You just like, you know, you just make something happen.
Yeah, and it's like, and then you watch shows like The Chosen on Netflix, and you're like, Yeah, this is like a real rendition of what happened
Chosen
in the
on
Bible.
Netflix now?
Yeah.
Wow, they got a Netflix deal? That's crazy.
I think so, because I saw it on one of the platforms the other day. It was either Netflix or dude. If they are on Prime,
the Chosen had their own app. Like you can just watch
I remember
it for
that.
free.
Yeah, I remember. I did that,
app.
and then
they were just doing it completely on donations.
Oh, if they got it,
Because
they got a Netflix deal.
I remember they had like a donation marker, and they were like, they needed a certain amount to make like season 2, and they were like, showing everyone their.
Dude, I'm not gonna ever go watch the second season of Good Omens because I did watch the first season and it was like the angel demon dynamic, but it wasn't like oh, he's a gay demon and now the demon's the archangel and now the archangel is gonna make another demon. It didn't have all that aspect to the show.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, it doesn't get gay until the last episode, so you can watch all of it.
Dude, that's even worse. It's even
not
worse.
It's like
even worse.
It doesn't even seem like it's gonna be gay until they kiss.
The problem.
Like,
the problem is like I want to know
completely
upfront.
normal people, and then all of a sudden they're like. Well, I'm not saying gay people aren't completely normal people. I just mean like their interactions.
They're not completely normal, but
I just mean like their
normal.
interactions are non like sexual at all. They're just like friends who are helping
like
each other.
none of the way they interact with each other comes off as like flirtatious or gay or anything like that.
I just think it was a stupid story because I was just like, wait a second.
No, that's
the
by
whole
definition a dumb story.
The whole plot of this season is like Gabriel went missing. You found him.
Gabriel.
Gabriel.
Oh, come on. That
missing.
was there the whole time, dude.
And then you found him, and they're helping each other. And now Gabriel's in love with Demon. And now because that happened, the Demon realized that he was in love with the angel.
Lord, this is a podcast. We don't mean any of it.
And I just think it's crazy. I just think that's I don't know.
No, that is why. Okay, I'll tell you why it's like fundamentally bad storytelling.
Why?
Because like they were trying to make the kiss between the two demons or whatever. Like
no, one's an
angel, but I thought one of them became a demon or became an angel after like God promoted them to. This is why I mean no. I remember what you said. Now.
One of them's an angel,
yes,
who's a fallen angel, but he's an angel.
Okay.
One of them's a demon who's kicked out of hell, but he's still a demon. The one that was a demon used to be an angel, but I mean, technically all demons used to be angels.
Yes. Okay, so somebody in the writer's room were like, hey, what if we made a show where the angels were demons and the demons were angels and then they saved the world and at the very end, they're gay? Yeah. Like, that was what that show was. Because I'd rather know
what if we
up
make
front.
a show where a demon and angel are best friends and we keep them best friends for 2 seasons?
2 seasons.
But then at the end of the second season, we make them kiss. And they're like, ditto. Like, got it.
Gold. People try to convince me that, there's no secret messages or like
the reason
agendas
why I
in
don't
film.
think there's a secret message.
It could just be idiots making
is
dumb
because
shows.
If I were to make a show, I would probably put some stupid shit in there, and there would be 2 guys in one of their apartments talking about the secret message behind my show.
No, don't doubt us. Don't step on us like that.
Meanwhile,
we're good.
I'm in my mansion eating my popcorn because of my Amazon money, and I didn't have any stupid message. I just created a TV show. Okay,
I respect that perspective.
My theory.
No,
that's my theory
because
I make stupid shit all the time that I post on the internet that doesn't have any background story.
I think this has to do. I mean, think about it. Actor strike, writer strike from Hollywood.
For sure.
They're just getting the people off Skid Row to write these fucking shows now, dude. Like, they're just
some crackheads like,
yeah.
Okay, hold on, wait. So your first season, they were friends.
Yeah.
Wait until it happens.
Hits the bowl crack. He's like, now this is Demon's Angel.
Now that demon's gonna fuck the angel in the ass.
Yeah, and we gonna wait till the very end to tell him because that's how it, But if episode 1, season 2, it was just like they just started off and it was like intense sex scene between the two, and it would have been like
also it's a PG-13.
I would have known at least like, hey, I know what I'm getting into now. Yeah. Click off. But like, no, they drag you through it, and they're like, maybe they'll save the world. Maybe somehow we'll reconcile the notion of good and evil into like a more nuanced perspective, and then maybe we'll have some understanding of people that aren't like us because there's good and evil in everyone, and it's our job to find it out. Actually, no, these demons fuck. It's like, come on, bro. It's like,
yeah.
I mean, they don't, but I mean, what do you think happens when the camera cuts?
I don't mind watching it, but yeah.
No, see, I don't know. I'm like, you got tricked, bro. You got tricked.
Tricked into what?
You got tricked, man. They didn't tell you to the very end that what it was about.
Tricked
You were
into what?
watching
That's
it.
not
You were
what it's
watching it like
it's not a-
you
just
didn't know
'cause-
you were watching a gay
just
romance.
because
You
they-
thought it was
just because they kiss at the end doesn't mean it's a gay romance.
That's exactly what it means. It means exactly that. That means the whole
You
time.
think they tricked me?
Yeah, because like, okay,
Oh my
there's
God.
two options. They were either like it's about all this, and then the last day somebody quit their job and like we need somebody
Yeah.
to finish the show, or it was just like, no, we're making like a subversive series to like get people thinking it's about all this other stuff, so they'll associate that in their minds, all the positive things,
Yeah.
and then at the very end we're gonna be like, nah, they're that. So
So is that like the J.K. Rowling trick everybody with Harry Potter?
pretty much, yeah. No, she made some comments on trans people, and she was like, "Fuck, dude, how do I get myself out of this hole? Dumbledore's gay."
Dumbledore's
she's
gay.
like, "Why do you think that Phoenix was always rising and falling, dude?" Like there was something, you know. Hermione Hermione was going around Wingardium Leviosa,
Bro,
more than just
all
other
I'm saying
things.
is you should not watch the last season of
Of Good Omens.
No, you should not watch the last season of Are You the One on Hulu. You
I was watching that
would
with
not
you.
Like no, the last season.
Oh, the very last one.
The last one that they have on Hulu. I don't know if it's the last
Can I
one.
guess what happens?
Sure.
All right, tell me how accurate it is. So they do the whole show, right? Whatever. They
Yeah.
win or lose, doesn't matter. But what happens is that when they have the reunion, like two of the guys are gay and they're bi, and they
It's
were never
way-
matches, but now it was a good connection from your last story.
It's way
but
better than that.
It's way better than that. That would be a crazy.
It's way better than that.
No, what is it? Tell me.
The
You have to tell
entire
me.
the entire season, everyone on the show is bi.
Jesus.
So anyone can be your match.
no, and I'm saying
So
that like
normally they have
yeah.
10 guys and 10 girls. So clearly one of those 10 girls are your matches,
Right.
right? In this season, they have 16 people total. It's still 8 guys, 8 girls, right?
Yeah.
And then it's literally any of the 15 other people can be your match. Any one of them. So it makes it much harder. They still have 10 tries to get it right.
Imagine if you're like a guy who's been wanting to get on this show for a long time, because you can see that like it's easy to get pussy while doing it, and then you go and you go to the audition, and they're like, "Hey, by the way, this season like everyone's bi. Like you're bi, right?" And he's just like, "Fuck, yeah."
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, he's on the show, bro, getting matched.
And your perfect match is a guy. You're
Yeah.
like, fuck.
Yeah, and you're like in the love room or whatever it is, and you're like
The boom boom room.
the boom boom room, and you're like, listen, man, like I'm just gonna go to sleep. Don't tell on me, man, because I'll fucking beat your ass. And then, like, just it would be hilarious. A guy just trying to get on that show to get some tail, and then
Yeah.
like he gets there, and they're like, this season. It's the buy season. He's just like, God damn it, dude! Like, like he's been waiting. His agent's been trying to get him on the
I
show for 3
personally
years.
think that you should try to get on that show.
Oh, dude, I would be a ball of chaos on that show, bro.
Dude.
They would, because the good thing about that show is you can't get kicked off. That's what I like about it. Is
You
that
can't?
no, because you can only get matched up and then out.
Sure.
So you can't get, you know. So basically, what I'm gonna have to do is it's either like I'm gonna force them to find my match because they're gonna be so annoyed by my presence.
This is your audition. Look into the camera.
You guys are gonna be so annoyed by my presence on the show.
No, you gotta sell yourself. Sell yourself. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah. This is your video audition.
This is
I'm
my
sending-
video audition
I'm
for
sending this-
Are You the One?
Are You the One?
Yeah. My name is Brandon Body. I'm a big fat loser, and I live in South Carolina, so my background is questionable for your viewers. However, I would create enough entertainment and controversy to provide a boost in viewership for your show. That is the first reason you should consider me for this position. The second reason is that I'm hilarious, and I will troll everybody on the show. I will take it seriously, and I will not at the same time. And part of my persona will be that you will never know when that is or what position I'm taking if I truly believe it. That is the nature of what they call these days comedy. And what I will do is add a breath of fresh air and a mixture of sexy, beautiful bodies. You will have a typical American McDonald's body. And yeah, boy. And then I will just be hanging out with the girls and conniving with them. And I'll definitely start at least 3 fights. I'll promise you that. Or at least I'll start 3 fights, finish 1. That's the only promise I'm making. I can't finish all the other fights. Can't be winning more fights than you start. It's bad luck. Let's see, what else would you guys want to have? What else do they like, Joe? Help me out. I need some help.
I don't know. Talk about how you just, I don't know, love women and
I fucking love women. There's nothing about women I don't like.
You're trying to find the one.
I'm trying to find the one. Okay, I'm trying to find the one who will cook, who will clean, who believes in progressive feminist values. And if you can find somebody that has all 3 of those things, it's like finding a mermaid. Not a black mermaid, but a regular mermaid. I don't know how much. It's like I don't know really how to audition for this. It's like, oh damn, on the spot. But it would be something like that.
Yeah.
Dude, if I auditioned for the show, I would legitimately prepare for it though. I would create a character and do it. All right.
Thank y'all for watching.
Thank you for watching. Hopefully
I've been Joe.
I've been Body.
And hopefully what?
You see me on the next season of Are You the One, dude?
Dude, put my man on.
Put me on.
All right. See y'all later.
Later. JoBodie. It's another JoBodie. It's JoBodie. And another JoBodie. Another one. JoBodie. This is a new episode of JoBodie.
Oh shit, I wasn't even recording. Fuck.
I want JoBodie. I need JoBodie. As long as you got me, you don't need nobody.